I'm just gonna fall asleep for like the next 20 minutes.
It's fine.
It's off
It's
to
fine.
it.
Take that time. Take that you time.
I mean, it's really.
That's time that you deserve.
Yeah, but it's more like time that I might be dead from this heat wave.
Yeah, and you got
check in with me every like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you are basically. Oh, Talp, come now, sir. We know perfectly well.
We know exactly what we're doing. We're better than that.
No.
Don't
on
ruin
our
the
side, on our side, it's quite clear.
Yeah.
It's quite clear that the show has started. Josh always tells us.
Yeah.
But we definitely.
There's definitely a hot mic pun.
Well, yeah, and also, and certainly we work with a mic as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't get enough. We have to call the engineer Buland just to preserve that namespace.
Right. Oh, so we're gonna just call Mike like Hot Mike from now on? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, he often says Hot Mike. It's one of his favorite fucking.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you how many times I've had to endure this incredible product. Right. Now, here, let's head back all the way to the beginning. Imagine that none of that had occurred.
Sure.
But also, I mean, obviously, Flagusco, Vapor Lock, stuff. So, it should be said, hello, it is I, your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims, and however it came to be, you have fallen ass backwards into Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by frequent collaborator and Acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster Eric J. Benson, currently melting like a candle
in the wind
inside.
Well, actually, there's no wind. Sorry.
Inside his home.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely turning into a pool of liquid. And so
like
certainly,
like
yeah,
that Star Trek episode with the black tar.
Right? Now we are going to do what we can to cool him down.
Wow.
With
really?
with ice cold micro brews.
Oh.
Here on today's show, of course, we are
going
to exactly now. The one thing that we are not going to do is also boil a gigantic kettle of wort.
Sorry, I called an audible on this one. I'm like, it's already 95 in my apartment. I'm not raising.
We're not also going to boil 4 gallons of wort.
Dude, it was so hot in my place yesterday. My cell phone wouldn't hold a charge. Like I could not charge my phone.
Oh, it was tripping the tripping the like the heat danger detector inside the phone.
Yeah. The screen on my Microsoft Surface now has a yellow ring around it because whatever. Apparently something's been burned into it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that did not happen here.
Yeah.
And certainly in the future, should such a thing occur, let's just get you set up. Let's just get you set up over here.
Yeah.
Like I can fix this problem for you. We'll just drink and design war games. And nominally accomplish the tasks we're supposed to accomplish. But no, it is weirdly hot up here. And I'm a Spokane boy, and so over 100 temps, that's just not that weird for me. I understand about it, but it is not normal over here. You have to understand, we don't, air conditioning is not common here.
Yeah.
It just isn't. It's as a folk way, as a necessity.
Right.
It's sort of like, you got air conditioning?
Right.
We got a badass over here. You know what I mean? It's just like people have ideas about it that aren't necessarily connected to comfort. They've got some ideas about the sort of person who would have it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, if this is a norm, if we're entering an age of conflagrations like this, that's going to change the whole thing.
Whole dynamic. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because New York is, I mean, during the summer, it's 100 degrees. It's 90.
It's brutal.
It's 90 to 100. So, but it's just funny because I've been here for so long now that I'm like acclimated to the Seattle weather. Except in the wintertime. Like in the wintertime, I can still wear shorts and, a t-shirt.
No, it tricks you. And that's the thing. It's just like, what do people know about Seattle, right? Is that it rains a lot. These are lies.
They're all lies.
These are lies. If
The
you
best
live
lie
here, you
ever.
know that it is a paradise,
Yeah.
and that you tell people that it rains,
Yeah.
and we get great media. They back us up on this all the
Right.
time.
Yeah. It's like it's like someone saying they faked the moon landing. They're faking the rain here, right?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. They have some kind of weather dominator that
Yeah.
they use to generate it, and it just ain't the case. Until the last couple days, it's essentially an idyllic elven paradise, as you know, because you're a newcomer, right? But that being said, obviously, in every other way, we intend to adhere to the hero's journey end to end. What does that mean today? Well, it means that we're going to taste test the beer that we all built together a couple weeks ago, and this is Lair Do Well.
Yeah, it's true.
Lair Do Well. So another in our good metallic dragon
it was
series.
the dragons. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me crawl to the kitchen and get a glass full of that.
Flagon.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely like that. We definitely like the scent. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it doesn't rain, but it's nowhere near the rainiest area, as you've seen previously up there. Yeah, I'm not saying that water doesn't exist. I mean, we're a moist realm, that much is to be sure. But it's mostly a glamour that we cast on the rest of the nation to keep them from coming here. Fwifo, listen. If it's any comfort to you, we will enjoy it to the maximal amount, and hopefully some measure of that enjoyment will trickle down to you, not unlike rain, which is the theme of the day. Yeah, Grey's Anatomy, that storied docu-series for our region.
Ooh.
Now, so let's take a look at what you got. We love the color.
Look at
the head on top of it.
I'm actually just gonna do this for a while.
Oh my gosh, and it's got Belma in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oof. Now, this has got to be. Which dragon were we attempting to simulate with this one?
I think it wasn't. Was it the bronze or no? That we had brass tactics last.
Yeah, we already had that one. This has got to be bronze.
Yeah.
Because bronze is another one of these lair ones. It's like basically the definition, except for the platinum dragon Bahamut.
Oh, copper. Yeah,
copper. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think we'll get up in the light. It's got the right shine.
Yeah.
We like the color.
Just
put it right on your face.
This is all. I'm not gonna drink it. I just need the fucking cold.
Oh, what a cool aroma, though.
Brian, congratulations on the house in Troy. That's where my grandparents grew up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
S8.
I have to taste this. Damn shit.
I saw your sub. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
What? Okay, so
that is super light in body.
Yes, it has a neat, light body.
Mm-hmm.
But then it has just a little touch from the special roast, and it's not a lot. Between the special roast and the chocolate malt, it just has that little coffee note. It's just a note.
Yeah.
Right? Against the 6 fucking pounds and then the 1/4 ounce of special B, the chocolate malt and special roast are not dominating it at all. They give us a cool color, but they really are. It's just the vibe. It's just the coffee, the roast vibe.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's whacked, huh?
Wow. And then the Belma is like a piquant.
Yeah, I really, anything we've put Belma in has always came out delicious.
I didn't know that this was going to be okay. Like I didn't know about what the Belma was going to do. in this, especially against the roasted stuff, right?
Yeah.
God, I keep being surprised by it. Like every sip of it, it takes some doing, Lag Demon. In the future, perhaps. No, it's just good. Man, it's just good.
And for a brown ale, I actually like that it's lighter in body. That one really gets me.
Yeah, a lot of times a lot of times you get to that brown ale.
It's like a medium body beer, right? Like, it's not heavy, but it's not.
No. But a lot of times brown ales are pretty thick. Like they're pretty syrupy. That's part of what people like about them. They have they have big malt and mild bitter.
Right.
But this drinks like an ale. It just has the little bite.
Well, and remember we used
the coffee,
the London ESB yeast, which is fruity and rich and malty.
Yeah, see, that's carrying the day. I got the Belma. The Belma is actually just stepping back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With different malt builds.
Well,
Belma will jump out right in front and be like, "Hey, what are we doing today?"
Yeah.
Like little brother type shit.
Yeah,
right?
If it's like pale malt and that's it, it's right up in your face, like each side.
Yeah, but because the rest of it is so drinkable, you just get the coffee and then you're out. Man, that's cool. God, another winner, and I would say surprising in strength. I think that
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
That touch of special roast, we're going to be shit faced.
Yeah.
That touch of special roast and chocolate malt, the 6.2 is just cruising on that carrier wave.
Yeah. And what's funny? I don't know. I can't remember. Do you think we've ever put special beet and special roast in the same malt bill at one time? I don't think we've ever done that.
No. It in practice, at the end of the day, it really does. They're not distinct. They're just like hand in hand, giving you the coffee house
right
energy, that busker energy, and then you ride back. But yeah, Belma is surprisingly compliant here.
Yeah,
that was my fear, because Belma has a pretty pronounced orange, like a candy orange, almost a marmalade type taste.
Marmalade is the where I'd go with that one, right?
But in this, it's not doing that. It's just holding it down.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Bonnetre, we often fantasize about this. In fact, that's like the subtext of all the Dragon series, and now the Temple of Elemental Evil. The subtext of all of those is, so, let's put together a palette that has a range of interesting tastes on it that are themed to this thing. I mean, I can picture it in my head. Like, I can picture clues, like what clues would make. Grease, it was very nice of you to gift that sub to Jilandran. It could be Julian Dran. If so, obviously, family. But getting all the way to that is really, really solid.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, our fantasy, I can see clues. It's a CNC thing, right? Yeah. Maybe the metallic one, I think that would be CNC cut steel. Right?
Yeah.
That's like a nice one. And then the other one, the Tiamat one, I definitely see that. I can just see what she would do with each one, right? Yeah. Because exactly. your little tasters are like at each of the heads.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. It just writes itself.
We know that she would murder it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fade that was, drink like an ale, bite like coffee. Yeah, exactly. This is the tips, Grimsworth. Thank you. This is obviously the instructions you would give to any young boxer.
Yeah.
That's the information that they need to find success. Oh man. God, I think I got to get a little bit more. The
I think you should.
Dude, the ESB. Now that is a yeast we have to come back to.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree on that one.
That's definitely, we like a workhorse yeast here.
Yeah.
That leaves our shit alone.
And yeah, everything in this malt build is great, and that might just be because I love Special B and Golden Promise, but
it's a deep roster though.
Yeah.
But the Special B is very much like that dad. We've used this metaphor before, where it's just like you're holding the child at a distance. The Special B is holding the chocolate malt and special roast,
right,
just
exactly.
at the extent of their reach.
Yeah,
and sort of filling in the middle. Stolny, thank you so much. Is the full Tiamat flight called the Tyranny of Flagons? Obviously. Obviously.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Now, Stolny,
the Tyranny of Flagons.
It's exquisite. I mean, you can order it. I mean, can you imagine the person would come in, and and ultimately the back half of it would break off. They would just say, "I need the Tyranny," right?
Yeah.
You can't say the whole thing every time. Certainly, if you've
after you've had one,
if you've experienced our other products, yeah, the evil dragons. Most of the good dragons have been very crisp, very welcoming, sessionable beers. The evil dragons are not like that.
No, they're fuckers. Yeah,
because they'll drop an 8 or 9% on you, and you won't know.
Right.
Which is completely and it's all by design. They actually. The design thematically and the output for both of those series has been really solid.
Yeah. Wait.
Occultitude says that a touch of Special B and brown ales is great. Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah. Stolny, we get Shinerbach up here, which I absolutely fucking love.
That's a classic.
I love Shinerbach. I don't care if it's
a classic taste.
Yeah.
Well, here, let me get a little, just a little bit more, and then we'll get to work.
Yeah, the first time I found it up here, my buddy Jack runs a barbecue place down in Soto, and it's a Texas barbecue style.
What's it called?
Jack's Barbecue.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's his. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it got really creative. It was very much like, where did they get the,
listen,
the Dave Matthews Band? I don't know.
If all he knows about is meat, that's fine.
Yeah, and it's amazing. But he had Shinerbach on. He has Shinerbach on tap, and I'm like, oh my god, amazing.
Well, and that would be a really good barbecue beer too.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh man, so now I'm at the fucking menu. Shit, dude. Is that a pecan pie?
Yeah, and he does a brisket burger.
No,
a literal brisket burger. It's utterly amazing. Everything
he has hush puppies.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll bring you down there. We just went to the Capitol Grill yesterday for his birthday. So
I saw your photo.
Oh yeah, it was great.
I haven't been there in ages. All right, so I mean, this is the hour.
Yeah.
Let's jump up. Let's jump in. If you would like to send me some locally produced olive oil, certainly I have a P.O. box I could offer you. Just send a mail to tycho@penny-arcade.com. No, Times, we know the story. There's a story about hush puppies. That's why I knew about them.
Wait, there's a story? On how they were created?
Yes, exactly. It's like the origin story you would have for a comic hero, but it's instead the origin story for hush puppies. Yeah, that's why I knew about them.
It's not just like the leftover fried pieces and some.
Yeah, it basically is, but it's not. Yeah. But as a cultural practice, it's just not super common up here. That's why I was shocked and startled to see it. Really? I've only had them in Texas. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, we keep discovering that New York is different from Washington.
Yeah.
In different ways than we expected over and over.
Yeah.
And it's not just the name of the corner store. So, God damn it. Well, it looks like it's time for us to get back at it.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the other princes of the apocalypse.
Ooh, Fremont has a Kolsch on tap. We might have to go down there.
No, Kolsch is huge right now. I don't know what it is.
I fucking love that fact. I love
me
that.
Too.
I want those beers.
There are times where Kolsch is too much. Like it is really sweet.
Yeah.
And nice and good. But there are certainly times when I want something, especially in the summer, I want something that's
100%. Absolutely.
Right? But Kolsch is a delight. And obviously the etymology of Kolsch is exquisite, and we're all nourished by it. Yeah.
What's that? Where was I the other day? Is it Mad Dog Brewing? Mad Jack's Brewing? The place next to Big Mario.
It's Bad Jimmy's.
Bad Jimmy's.
Over by... Well, no, it's like, how are you supposed to fucking remember these two words together?
Yeah.
They're nondescript, but you're saying you over by the Dish.
Yes.
Which over in what they call Freelard. They're on 36, which, I mean, the Dish is, if I'm gonna go to breakfast, I go to the Dish.
That place
I went to the Dish anyway. You just go in and eat?
No, I just went and got some beers, and Holly and I got beers, and place was amazing.
But Holly Conrad Strix herself?
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a art studio together, and the studio is getting demolished because somebody Tech Pro had to put in a housing development.
It's too like real estate is too hot.
Yeah,
it's too hot here in general, but real estate is like weirdly hot, like hot in a way that doesn't bode anything good long term.
Yeah. So, but the good thing is we found another art studio like right around the corner from the Dish and Bad Jerry. What the hell is it called?
Bad Jimmy's.
Bad Jimmy's.
It's their fault.
Yeah, it is. And Hales and all those other places. And
Hales is a stone's throw.
In the fucking Jolly Roger. So
no, Freelard is where it's at. And let's not forget fucking Fremont.
Yeah,
Brewing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, that whole spot. I mean, that's another walk. I mean, our walk is more Ballard.
Right.
But that's another really legitimate.
Well, that whole area, a little further down where it's not the Berliner, but what was that? Belgian bar or the bar that had all the Belgian beers that we went
to?
Browers. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like 130 taps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing and great food.
Mm-hmm.
Flagusco. So you're looking for the Dish. There's two of them in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
The Dish, in my opinion, the Dish and Beth's are the breakfast places. Now, obviously, we do a brunch here for sure, but for breakfast, those are the spots.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, they're both equal, just for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason.
It depends on what you want.
Yeah.
The Dish opens early, closes early.
Yeah.
When Beth spins back up,
right,
you can there. It's always there.
Yeah.
It is like the restaurant at the end of the universe. Like Beth's is always going to be open and ready for you to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Original Take. We will see you there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pretty cool.
S.A. Wells is like, wait, back up. You and Holly have a studio. You have to understand, Eric and Holly are like best friends. You might not have known that particular piece of information, but they are like bosom buddies. Like they have been forever. Big pals. But Pat the Pineapple, yes. Beth's is actually something like, this is something Eric and I agree on, like at the molecular level. Beth's is over on 99. Or Aurora, depending on like where you are,
wherever you want to call it, right?
North or south, right? But it's a 24-hour, functionally shithole.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's like we like it because we like it.
It's a dive,
it is
right?
a dive.
Yeah.
In the best possible
sense.
Right,
exactly. I love dive bars anyway, so
absolutely. There's a couple kick-ass.
Yeah.
There's a couple kick-ass spots, right? And this place, they'll murder you with hash browns.
Oh my god.
They don't give a shit.
No.
They don't give a shit.
Central. Yeah.
They will heap them atop you.
Yeah.
They will make a pyre from hash browns and destroy you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I mean, so what's like your order? You go to Beth's. You don't go for these like because they'll give you an omelet with 12 eggs. No shit.
Right. And I've
They
always
don't
wanted to. I want to try the 12 egg omelet. Just
We
to
could
say
split
I
it 6
tried
and
it.
6.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Right?
the first. That's the first call, right? Is to,
Yeah.
to try and split it.
I think if you have an ongoing heart condition, maybe you split that 12
Yeah.
egg omelet with
Yeah,
me.
maybe you don't go through the whole ordeal, right?
Right? Unless that's how you want to go out.
Well,
In which case, still invite me.
Yeah, just to witness it, right? Like, I don't know if that's considered assisted suicide, and there's ramifications, but you know, but I mean, it is one way to go out on a bed. Not a bed, a pizza platter of hash browns with 12 egg omelet on top. I mean,
yeah,
there are worse ways in the world.
But, you know. Nightwind, thanks for the Prime sub, and then obviously, Beckenbauer, you know, Guten Tag, mein Freund. Is that it?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that correct? Certainly, when there's more than one friend, I think I would say Freunde, but who knows? So that's it. I think that we have talked too much about things that are not beer.
I just want to go to Beth's now.
Like, yeah, God. You know, the fact is, we can do it.
Episode from Beth's.
Well, they wouldn't hate it. The fact is, we could just set that up. I mean, other patrons wouldn't like it. No. We would just go all the way into the back, maybe.
Yeah.
We could do that.
But it's got to be opening up soon because doesn't everything
has
open
to be
tomorrow?
They shut it down because it couldn't. But I mean, with July, I mean, for 18 and over, Washington State is like. I mean, let me check the latest data. Believe it or not,
our numbers.
We actually great. Like one of the sponsors of the streams coming up next month is actually COVIDvaccinewa.org.
Yeah,
and they have a super good data dashboard. I swear to God, this is not why I'm doing it.
No, that dashboard is great. Like I've been like, through the COVID, I've been like.
But 18 plus, Washington State is at like 74% vaccinated.
That's great.
And so because they hit that trigger number, everything is available essentially. Right. It's like Assassin's Creed.
Right. Exactly. You just opened up the world.
Right. Oh, it's like Crocodile. I've seen a lot of shows at the Crocodile.
The Crocodile?
Oof.
Dude, our new cases reported are insanely low.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's why they opened it up, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's purely numeric.
Yeah.
Right. It's like we had to hit the high score on the pinball machine.
Right.
And now
we need to go play pinball. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like Coindex.
Yes, Blue Star kicks ass. Pat the Pineapple. That's the
the donut place.
It's just a good spot. It's a diner. The diner.
Oh, Blue Star. Oh, yeah. Blue Star Diner. Okay.
It's at the corner there.
Yep.
It's served by Archie McPhee.
Is it? Doesn't... No, I'm thinking of someplace else.
Yeah.
The owner of Beth's owns another diner, and I can't remember which one it is.
I believe it. All right. Well, here, listen. So I got Princess of the Apocalypse up. We are looking for the next...
Well, we did
the next boss.
No, but we did that last week, didn't we? Didn't we determine some of the stuff?
That's right. That's right. Here, pull it up.
I could be wrong.
Wait, let me pull up my ding dong here. Red Rock Blaster. Okay. We didn't get too many stats, but I think we decided who we were going to do.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. Chorizo, is it chorizo? Chorizo? The Crocodile is moving to the El Gaucho restaurant.
There you go. All right, so let's see. I mean, worst case scenario, I can go right back to Penny Arcade videos and pull it up, and we'll go right to the end and figure it out.
Did we? Maybe we didn't. I don't remember.
We did. We definitely did.
I thought we did something.
No, we got it. Acquisitions, Intoxicated. I mean, unless somebody knows, in which case I'll just find it.
Yeah.
Howling Hatred.
Ooh. Oh, fun. Okay.
Mhm.
So the Howling Hatred, that's Yangtze Bin, right?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, this is going to be sweet.
God, it just makes this is. I really want to play some role-playing games. God damn it.
Well, here, the game that I want to play I want you to be a part of. And that is
it's giving. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
Righteous Vanguard.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yangtze Bin. Okay, the Prince of Evil Air. A powerful Archelemental from the elemental plane of air. Perfect. So let's go into some of his juice.
Yeah.
Now that we know the stuff, let's go into.
Man, I wish he was just chilling today because Yangtze Bin drops the temperature of air, covering all surfaces with ice. Motherfucker, come to my apartment and
we have never needed Yangtze Bin more.
Yeah.
Now, is he a herald of an elemental apocalypse? Absolutely.
Yeah, or just a great AC. I'm fine with either.
Right. Okay, so let's go into some basic stuff. He is a creature of intense malice and intellect.
I love it.
Okay. Oh, so we like that.
Yeah, keep reading that. Wow.
Yeah. His plans. Ooh, we've got some meat on these bones.
Mm-hmm.
His plans began at the forging of the world. This is some old school D&D.
Ah, God, I love this.
The most subtle, yeah, because it's on the elemental, right? Yeah, it's like they don't give a shit about the prime material plane. Like that's just a weird place for weirdos, right? So his plans began at the forging world. The most subtle of the princes, he operated unseen and studied his foes from afar, attacking swiftly and vanishing before they could strike back. He cares nothing for those who worship him as a god or offer prayer. All he cared about was seeing realm after realm torn apart by winds.
I fucking love this.
What a beast.
Oh, this makes me want to start our writing sessions soon.
Yeah.
Just because just listening to lore, I fucking love it.
And they also hate the other thing about him, of course, is that he hates Ogremok, right? So let's pull up the beer that we did for Ogremok.
Okay.
Right?
Taken for granted was a dark Belgian dark strong ale, which was Styrian Golding hops, the biscuit malt, chocolate malt, and all Pilsner. And I mean, it's a beast. It's 8, or it was above. No, it was 12%.
Exactly. So I think that we want these beers to essentially be at odds with each other.
Okay, so
mechanically,
what's really fun about this was you read something where he was like he's very subtle.
Yes.
Until he was there.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So I'll give you. He operates unseen, studies foes from afar, attacks swiftly, and vanishes. So I think that mechanically speaking, numerically speaking, we're talking about something sessionable. Like it has to be the opposite of the Ogremok beer, right? Right. We're talking about crisp, potable.
Yeah.
And it's subtle, right? I think that this sneaks up. So we're talking about something like a real ale, right?
Right. That a real ale. I love a saison. I think would be really fun.
Yeah. Saison can be quite. It's possible to build a saison that has subtlety.
Yeah, I mean, no, absolutely. Are you kidding?
For sure.
How about a blonde ale?
Mm-hmm. So tell me.
I'll read you the description of a blonde ale. So, I mean, it's a pale ale. It's just a regular pale ale, but it's easy drinking, approachable, malt-oriented American craft beer, often interesting with fruit, hop, or character malts.
Gotcha. So it differentiates itself from, Czech-style pilsners in that it has a more substantial malt body.
Right. Even the regular pale ale, because it has a lot of fruit. You can do fruit flavors. You can do more hoppy flavors with it, right?
Yeah, I like everything about that.
That I think sneaks up on you.
Yeah. Well, here, so I gotta. when I started the stream,
Mhm.
poll.ma.pe was working fine, and now it's fucked.
Oh, really? Not balls.
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just get signed in there. But yes, I think that we have got the concept here, especially since the farther we go in, we're going to have these elemental oppositions
Right.
that we can use to create anti beers.
Yeah, and I love the fact that like if you think about it, like a pale ale is light, it's airy, right? Like it would be an air elemental, right?
There's a lot to like. So I'm gonna have to use the actual, because the pole thing is heft.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to use the built-in Twitch
Yeah,
ding
totally.
dong, which is what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. Beckenbauer, we can actually still get Polaris. Like Micro Homebrew has Polaris in stock.
Yeah.
So if anybody is around and wants to try that hop out, I would go and get it before it runs out.
Yes. All right.
And they have Lemon Drop in stock as well, and a couple other harder to get
kinkier hops.
Kinkier hops, yeah.
Okay, so we'll use the built-in thing until the other thing is fixed. But yeah, we've had a bunch. We had a lot of cloud-related issues with the poll system. I wonder if I wonder if we don't have to sick. If it's open source,
yeah,
I wonder if we don't have to sick Buland on it and give us something a little bit more robust.
He'd fucking crush it. Are you kidding?
I know exactly. Yeah. He would beast it for sure. All right, so we can manage a poll in here with ease. Manage poll. So style.
The Fat Baron Micro Homebrew is air conditioned, so you can go and hang out with the guys and get some ups and just get cold while you do so. Pookie Man, Grouper Kicker, thank you for the subs. 46 and 39 months, respect.
That's a long-term commitment,
right?
To be sure. Okay, I think I have it.
Diplomator, yeah, now. You're right. Cloud-based issues do sound like a Yanks C-Bin's doing.
Definitely, we have to consider. He doesn't want to be captured in this way. This is something like generating a true name.
Right. Like this is gonna bust up Beersmith.
Exactly. So now that I have the poll thing dialed in, we're ready to roll. So styles, we want a pale.
A blonde ale.
Okay.
Blonde ale.
Yeah, blonde ale, as we described, a little bit more substantial malt character, still bright, still drinkable. Saison, and then what was the other one that we wanted to do? Is it just a Pils?
Was it? I can't remember.
Or did we have a third one?
I mean, we can. Oh, let's talk about it.
I had to do a lot of technical support here.
Let's explore the studio.
It's very bubbly, right?
What do we think about a? I don't think cream ale is the right answer here.
Nah. Nah. Honestly, that Australian.
How about British Golden Ale? I'll just read this one out.
Yeah.
A hop-forward, average strength to moderately strong pale ale. Drinkability and a refreshing quality are critical components.
Refreshing, I think, is the key word here.
Yeah. Hop aroma is moderately low to moderately high.
Okay. So adding to subtlety.
Floral, herbal, and earthy hops. And citrusy American hops are most commonly used.
Interesting. So blonde and British Golden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Saison, I think.
Yep. Oh, that's in there for sure. All right. You cannot do additional votes. Can't do pennies. We have a duration of 2 minutes. Let's try this one if we can. See if that works for you. Just click it up there at the top, and then you're ready to go. Cloud-based issues. Josephine.
Yeah, that's a really great idea.
Yeah.
I sort this.
Yes, exactly right, Beckenbauer. We made that at first we questioned whether or not it constituted a true style.
Right.
But it's largely about the
fact-
experience. Exactly. It's largely about the experience and the locality of the ingredients. Right. It has to do with Aussie ingredients.
Yeah. But I mean, that beer came out spectacular.
Oh,
like,
no, it was completely right. Utilizing those things did result in something that I think is distinct. But it's like at first, it's like, okay, all right, sure, fine.
We'll do it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But oh no, dear friends. Apparently Australian sparkling ales are great.
Oh man, so not only is the thing broken, the style thing is messed up. It's actually trying to render it.
Okay.
Oh God, so it's doing what the shit?
Are you seeing the Matrix form before your eyes?
Yeah, basically. That's really weird. Why is it doing that?
Apparently, it's drinking too.
Fair enough. Did they start changing how that works? Or are they making it show up on the stream itself? Because that's not something we're doing.
You're right. I think so.
Okay. Well, they want the blonde ale.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's what they're going to get.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're going to fucking get it.
Yeah, that's really weird, Josh. I mean, I understand why they would do it. It's the existing thing that sort of pops up over the chat has its own problems, right? Nickman, thank you so much. That's a long time. Now, so blonde ale, we can, and now that we have this blonde ale, right, as a style, now it's about embroidering it in opposition to the Ogremock beer.
Okay, all grain. Okay, so let's get our numbers first, right? ABV is 3.8 to 5.5. So obviously, I mean, this is a sessionable beer in general, right?
3.8 to 3.8 to what?
5.5.
3.8 to 5. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, but what's cool about that is, I mean, if you look at the lower end of that spectrum, that is very much, this is the wind sneaking up on you.
Exactly. Right? And that's that classic, right? And it's like, you've had 3 now, and things that you might not have considered are beginning to seem reasonable.
Right, exactly.
So let me build a new poll here.
Yeah.
ABV, and I have my list up here. So we're talking about 3.8.
Yep. It's like, man.
3.8 exactly. 4.5, and we'll do 5.5 at the ceiling. But I don't know. I think the best outcome here. Well, I don't want to thumb the scale. The truth is, even at 5.5,
it's still sessionable.
As long as the rest of it is designed to hide and cloak.
Oh, that's fun.
As long as the rest of it retains its subtlety, 5.5 is still quite reasonable, especially compared to some of the other ones that we've done, right?
Oh, 5.5 is nothing compared to last week.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Hey, so EMW, I mean, it's our intention, I think, to play PGA Tour. Although, if you would like to see Mario Golf played, please come and enjoy Golfa at 2:00 on Wednesday. If you'd like to see it. Ironically, Mario Golf is substantially more sophisticated, even as a straight golf game, even without speed golf and the rest of this stuff. It's substantially more sophisticated as a golf game than the one that we play at the amateur level.
Are you serious?
Yep, it's taking everything into account. So if your lie is on an incline, all of that stuff is taken into account because you can't choose your level of complexity in Mario Golf.
Oh, okay.
Right, and obviously there's things like lightning and shit that you know you don't experience in PGA Tour.
Right.
But I mean, independent of that, there's a lot of like technical sophistication even inside the simpler system. It's just irreducible. You can't go in and change it.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, Essay is trying to make a distinction between beer goggle and a beer monocle, which is very tasteful.
Maybe you only do half of the dumb shit you would normally do if you have a monocle on. I don't know.
Yeah, roughly half.
Yeah,
roughly 50%. ABV is 4.5. Very slick. Very slick. That's right in the middle. 4.5 can easily be cloaked in the rest of the mix. Rex Verity wants to know. Yeah, Rex Verity wants to know if there are blue shells that knock the closest ball back in Mario Golf. Yes, their equivalent of a blue shell is super shots, and they do. That's almost precisely what they do. If you deliver a super shot at the green, it's going to knock all the golf balls on that green out, and they have to chip back in. Of course, if you made me chip back in, you would regret it.
Yeah, your chip skills are just unbelievable.
So it's not, the guarantee is that, it's not going to happen for you necessarily, right? It's like, obviously you can confound someone a little bit, but recovery skills that's the most important thing that you can learn in that game. So
right. I just love that it's being on the Switch. I just want to be able to lay on my couch and play it. I feel like that is such a great.
Totally.
That gets put on the Switch is perfect.
And I have it set up over here now through the USB-C capture card.
Oh yeah.
So it's easy to project it through. And then I have the capture card with an extra HDMI into the monitor. And so I just switch when I want to play. I just switch inputs and let Streamlabs handle it on the other side.
That's fantastic.
Theoretically, this should work. All right. Beckenbauer, Mario Golf adheres to the sort of 3-press classic golf mechanism. There's sufficient complexity in there, I promise. All right. So we came out of this like heroes with 4.5 ABV.
So now I want to talk about a color. So here's the thing. It's typically only between 3 and 6. But we can do whatever we want with this right now, right?
True.
So it has the little bit of yellow to a nice golden color, right?
Yeah. So we want to go to 3, 6, 10.
Yeah, 10 would be the oncoming storm that his.
Yes, exactly. That's when it has ceased. That's when the subtlety is done.
Yeah. The veil has been dropped, and shit is literally hitting the fan. Yeah, dust storm. That's a great occult. That's a great way to put it.
Yes, exactly. The Sirocco, the burning desert wind. Yeah, if they want to put the, there must be some way to customize their poll thing, because the current way they're doing it leaves something to be desired.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demetrius, exactly. 10 is the howling hatred you might have heard about.
Yeah. Good question. SRM 20. I mean, it depends on what type of mech you're bringing, But...
Yeah. I haven't played the tactics one.
Which one?
The
one that Mitch made, the hairbrain?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
It's supposed to be killer, but
they did a fantastic job.
If I see something like that, I want to play it with somebody else.
Right. I want co-op. I want everything to be co-op now, just because.
Well, especially in a tactics game, like I feel like that would be. It would take too long to explain. Like the song of my heart, but essentially that would improve my life substantially, and I would like it to be real.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, there is access to on Game Pass. MechWarrior 5 does have co-op.
Oh, wait.
And we haven't played it, and a mission-based campaign.
Wait, you haven't? I thought we played it together. No,
no, we never did.
I've got it on. I thought I bought that shit.
No, Steam. I think we have it and never played it. I think we can do this. I saw a group
of friends. Why the fuck aren't we doing this?
I saw a group of friends playing it on Twitch, and I was like, yeah, we probably need to do this.
I'm checking my Stream account.
It's
right
all,
now.
Dude, it's all mercenary shit. We're gonna earn money. We're gonna earn money. We're gonna build mechs.
I just hope they fixed so there were when it first came out.
That's why, because it was Goof Troop. That's why we didn't play, because it was Goof Troop and we were waiting for a patch. The real part of the problem that I had with the co-op originally, and I think they probably fixed it, was that because it was native to your computer. When we were building our mechs, you had to read me off all the crap I could buy. I couldn't just go in and do it. And and so I guess we'll see. I know that they added some extra patches, and I know that it has mod support and shit now too. So there's probably something good for us here, right? Now, that being said, we're only talking about a 3 SRM. Oof. So it's going to deliver that opposite. The Ogremok opposite is just going to connect.
I'm confused. Was MechWarrior on Steam or was it on Epic? It was Epic.
It was probably. I mean, these days it might be on both, but the version that I have is just free in Game Pass.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember buying it, and I just can't remember where I bought it.
Was it EGS?
Yeah, it started on Epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're not able to connect, I mean, I don't know how it works. If we're not able to connect, I'd be happy to grab a copy of it if it meant we could fight. If it meant that we could take missions and make money.
Yeah.
And build robots.
Yeah, why are we not doing this? I want to get
the coolest thing about that game is specifying roles.
Yeah.
And then trying to execute those roles over an arbitrary number of people.
Absolutely.
You can have a real lance, Eric.
I'm crying a little on the inside right now.
Son of a
just
bitch.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's how it works, Blind Cleric. There we go. All right, now, get it.
No, I still have Game Pass too, so either or, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where Game Pass is. I mean, you never know. We'll see where Game Pass is in relation to the Steam version. If the Steam version is the one that has if that modding support is through Steam Workshop, I have to buy it again because that's like having twice the content for the same price. Now, so that's 3 SRM. We got it. 4.5 ABV.
Okay.
How about the EBU?
The EBU. What? The EBU. 15 to 28.
15 to 28. Okay.
Which is I
consider all of that quite subtle.
Right. Very subtle. Not and especially because of this beer, this is still the flavor is coming from the malt and the hop, or they're more malty flavor, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the style. All right, so here comes the new poll.
Ooh, so it works on EGS. Okay, cool.
The modding works on EGS and Steam. How do they do it?
But is there if I have EGS and you have Steam, can we
crossplay on PC? Isn't super uncommon these days, but you never. There's gonna be some research.
Yeah, totally. Either way, we're doing this because, God damn it, how did we forget about it?
Yeah, but you want to start out scrappy. I mean, the truth is, it's not going to hurt us. We're trying to build. We want to try to build a war game about a mech company. This is a primary source.
Yeah. This is heading to the well, right?
Yeah. All right. So how are we looking here on the vote? It looks like they want it on the heavier side, but the truth is 15 to 28, it's all subtle.
Right.
If it had been at 15, if it had been at the smaller level, it might cease to be subtle. It would be too much of one thing.
Right.
The chat always knows. I mean, that's the takeaway. The chat always has the correct answer.
This is totally true.
Yeah, I mean, harass. I think that it depends on what they want to do and how they do it. How abstracted from the from the game their lobbies are. It's just packets. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, Nickman.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Portanova
the
space type,
Portanova
yeah.
space type is the coolest one, I think. Although I did just build, I just built the aquatic one as well, which is sort of in the same vein. All custom extras basically as a part of that set. I don't mean custom like I
Right.
did it. I mean that the versions of them that are customized for specific environments are the most fun sets. You sacrifice nothing. You can get the whole thing built in an hour. It's amazing. All right, that's it. They want the
Okay.
28, and they're going to get it, by God.
So we're going to do 3 malts here. We're going to do just straight 2-row. This is going to be clean and crisp. Then we're going to do the Copeland 2-row, which is still clean and crisp, but sweet. Sweeter.
Yeah.
And then Golden Promise, which is a sweet. This is like the sliding scale of sweetness, right?
Yeah, golden. I don't want to say anything. Okay, start poll. Poll has been started. By God. But no, I found now that PGA Tour 2K21 has really reached out to the environment and started canonizing.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Levels. They a bunch of new stuff has gotten announced, and they have done a lot of extra new work that's just at a very, very high level of quality.
Right.
But they have the current PGA Tour course, a brand new official course that they just added too, which might be fun for us to play at 3.
Oh, fun. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, crisp.
What was our SRM on this one again?
The SRM is 3. Did I?
There should be 3.
Well, I see 2-row here. I'll go back.
Oh yeah, it's 2-row, but then there's also the Copeland 2-row, which is going to be a little
Copeland.
sweeter.
Okay, sorry, because Copeland and Golden Promise get mixed up in my head.
And then the Golden Promise. So yeah.
So that's the three rows basically, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's going from clean and crisp to sweet, ultra sweet. I shouldn't say ultra sweet, but that is the sweetest. Yeah. The Golden Promise is the sweetest of the 3.
There we go. So it's sweet, sweeter, sweetest.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'd say clean. Yeah. The 2-row is just clean and crisp. Like a blast of air, right?
There we go. Yeah. It really depends on the level of moisture you want, and you can set that. You can set that, right? Oh, Blue Echo Fox says, "Hello, Jerry. I've been watching AI for a long time. I'm now catching up with the C Team. Oh boy. Thank you for your time and work on a show that we enjoy. It's my great pleasure. Left for you, obviously. Hello. Yes." The C Team is a really interesting. The C Team has a lot of huge, weird stuff in it.
That's a good way to put it.
It has really, really crazy stuff, and certainly by the time you get to the 3rd season, like some really big stuff for those characters to endure. So I'm glad that. You enjoy it. I'm certainly glad to welcome you to the Long Road and the Red Larch branch of Acquisitions Incorporated. Oh, Talp, no one liked it. It's because of the plague.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're just meeting Krenar? Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. Great. It's fantastic. You know what's funny? Like there are so many stories that we can tell. Like we could literally just tell stories on each episode of how like everything came about for that episode.
Oh yeah.
Like I can go back and think of everything.
But yeah, and Kunara is definitely from drinking. Like, I mean, I can remember that exact moment. Like,
No, that whole thing came because I said I want to fuck with Ryan.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like,
Ryan abuse is your
yeah, and
delight.
I'm like, I'm going to give him an egg to hold because I remember we were walking. I specifically remember we were walking from Lucky Envelope to the Jolly Roger, and I'm like, do you remember like in high school, like when people would have to carry around to think of flour and not have it break?
Yeah.
Well, let's do that to Ryan.
Yeah, and it worked out great. It worked out great. Now
I remember it was so funny.
Well, yeah, and especially given the modern era, it's just very different.
Yeah.
So we got there. They want the 2-row because of that crispness.
Yeah. Just a straight regular 2-row. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. They want it crisp. Hickorex, yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it sits, like in the, because there's a lot of people playing D&D for you to watch them. I mostly wanted to play something like a home game that you could watch, but you watching it is not the purpose of the game.
Right.
The purpose is for us to play the game, and we invite you to come along with us, but that isn't the purpose of that game. We get into some real shit at that table. Spidey Mark, now listen, some have said it is a better show. All right, so 2-row. What's next?
Okay, so this is where we can get really cool and do some fun things, because we're not going to play with our normal caramel flavors because that's kind of absent from this style.
Well, and it's not subtle.
No. So, but what we can do is we can add a little bit of wheat in here.
Yeah. Little body.
But that wheat characteristic, not a lot. I mean, so you want to go up to at max 25% into this.
Of a secondary grain.
No, of wheat itself.
Yeah.
But we won't probably put a lot in there. We could add honey malt into this, which would be really fun. Or if we want to keep this clean and crisp feel, we can put some Cara. 1 second, what was it? It was Cara pills in here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's just going to give us the same. It's going to give us body and color, and it's great head retention.
But it's not gonna. It isn't gonna overcome it with a caramel.
Exactly.
Mega malt flavor. It's crisp.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's the what are the 3 we got? Yeah, next.
Yeah, we got some good stuff over there. And yeah, I mean the wheat, in terms of the wheat character, the best way to describe it is tasting like wheat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean that's the takeaway. Like a breakfast biscuit, shredded wheat. That type of like structured sweetness. You compare that to the honey malt, which really doesn't need a description besides that.
Right. The Pluminator. That's great.
Wheat also does head retention. Yeah, I mean, not to the same level, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, wheat beats horse blanket.
Yeah, exactly right, Orion Rogue. But yeah, if you just met Krenar, you're, god damn it, man. You see some shit.
You're for a fucking ride.
And it's all there. I mean, it's all there. You never have to wait for an episode.
Yeah.
Although, purely for your own use, strategically, getting caught up might be a good idea.
Ooh, the honey malt is coming through on this one. I think honey malt is neat on this.
Yep. Yeah. And again, it's not going to be the bulk of it.
No, we're just going to add a little bit into it.
Real taste.
Interesting.
Just get caught up. You know what I mean? Not for any particular reason. Not only does honey malt have legs, Agavesi, it knows how to use them.
Wow.
All right. So we got that honey malt. Yeah, that's a winner for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a winner.
It is gonna be so delicious in here. But because the vast body of it is still crisp, this is just gonna inflect it. It's gonna draw you in a little bit, right?
Okay, so here's the cool thing that we can do is we can say we don't want to put anything else in here.
Yep.
This is great as it is. Or we can add wheat, like a honey wheat.
Oh yeah, to just keep building along that axis.
Right. Trump, people do use alternative grains.
Oh, in brewing?
In brewing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just that these grains have a ton of easy to get sugar.
Yeah.
Quinoa doesn't have a ton of easy to get sugar.
Right.
And depending on those grains, especially their head size, like you don't know what it's going to do to your equipment either. Some of those other grains are actually quite small, or get very gluey inside of the mash.
Well, even a rye gets gluey.
Exactly. But we put up with it because it offers this other character.
Oh, absolutely! I love rye.
A lot of like ancient grains are quite bitter, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you can never use them, but they're bitter.
No, but you use them sparingly, right?
Exactly.
That's
right.
The thing. Which is really, and we should actually do that. So what Josh did was really cool. Before the pandemic, he got this little all these little vials that we could store grains in, so that we could just sniff them as we were talking about it in the studio.
Yeah,
it's say, okay, but what we could to even expound on that is we could get these different like ancient grains and all these other different grains that we normally wouldn't use, but then could say, hey, what do we think about adding this flavor? And
my eldest has a huge fantasy that for something that we can do. Every grain. Have you ever had Bob's Red Mill 10 grain cereal?
Yeah.
Every grain in there is a brewing grain. They really want us to brew from Bob's Red Mill cereal.
Let's do it.
I think that we definitely should.
Why do we not? Like
we definitely should. I mean, it's already ground.
So what would be cool? So by chance, do they list out the grains that are in it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what we could do, this would be really cool for a studio, right?
Oh, we could build
in a studio. We can get all of the grains, just taste all of the grains, and then figure out like, okay, what kind of hops would go with this, right? And what kind of yeast would go with these grains, and because obviously we don't have to pick the grains, we're just going to pour them in. So, but we can do some sleuthing by sampling all the grains individually, right?
Yeah, tricking us into liking it, or just being where other things are successful. S.A. Wells is a great strategy. Yeah, Bob's has. I already looked at it. It has red wheat, rye, triticale, which is fine to brew with. I did research on all these. Oat bran, oats, corn, barley, soybeans. I've had Japanese lagers that use soybeans, and they're great. Brown rice, millet, and flaxseed. So with the right hop, I think we win on this.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it doesn't have to be like a powerful hop or anything either.
No. It just has to be the right hop because that grain bill is going to be very earthy already. We can play with that easy.
Yeah, so a discussion for another day.
It's a winner. We'll do it next time. Yeah. So they want the honey wheat. Dude, this is going to be delicious. Like, this is going to be, especially on the tray, as a counter to Ogremok, this is just continuing to turn the screws toward these honeyed words, right?
Yeah.
Not just an elemental force, like a brutal force, but something that lurks and waits until it's time.
Right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay.
So another winner on the honey wheat.
And
Honey wheat.
Our ABV was 4.5, right?
It is indeed. Anonymous Prime, thanks so much for the sub. 27 months is a hella long time. Today, there's nothing brewing right now, Anonymous, because it's too hot.
Yeah.
But what we're building strategically, grain by grain here, is the temple of the howling hatred boss mob, Yan Si Bin.
Okay. Perfect. I don't think we need to put anything else in this beer.
No. I think that build as a base is world class. Like that's going to work.
Right.
It's just a matter of what do we set in that
to
balance it out.
So without even asking any questions just yet, the first one I'm going to is El Dorado, because I think it would just be, yeah. El Dorado?
Really? I thought for sure you were going to lean into a I think that you're right and I love it. But I thought you were going to go for noble bittering in this.
Yeah. Oh, we could, but I just think with that build
with fruit,
a fruity build. I mean, this is an air elemental, right? Like
exactly. El Dorado, we're talking about stone fruit, like juicy, syrupy fruits.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're really getting. Is it the power washer?
Yes.
Yeah, El Dorado, pineapple, pear, watermelon, stone fruit. Like, this is the winds, going over all the lands and collecting flavors, right?
Yeah, it's broad.
Yeah. Okay, but what other flavor profiles do we want to consider for this?
Yeah, I mean,
what would piss off?
Yes. So let's look at the. Can we look at the other recipe real quick and see what type of hopping Ogramox had?
Let me just bring it up real quick.
Yep. When talking about Tet, I mean that's all the kind of stuff, like in that noble range. I mean, obviously that's going to give it more of a classic taste, and I don't know if it's right necessarily, but it's going to work. That being said, against that bed of grains, oof.
Can you see the?
Taken for granted? You bet. Oh, so Styrian Goldings. Yeah, then Styrian. If it's Styrian Goldings,
resonant. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With white pepper, right? So what is the opposite? What the hell is the opposite?
If this has Styrian Goldings, I think that we specifically don't want to go noble then.
Yeah,
I think we want to be going with like this is. I think that the hop is when I think that's when the plan has reached its fruition, right? I think that this is the unfolding of the plan that has been in wait, right. So I think we actually want big hops.
Is there a case to be made for lemon drop here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like honey wheat and lemon,
but he is bitter.
Yeah,
like that. That's actually that's one of the main characteristics.
Right.
Is that he and his followers bear this grudge.
Right.
Even in the same temple. Right. Yeah. So lemon drop, obviously, lemon and wheat. Those are the classic combos. I mean, you just put a wedge in there.
Right.
That's the norm, I would say.
And do we want to stay with these, or do we want one more?
We want one more. We want one more. They want the Polaris.
Yeah, let's throw it in there. I think that's great.
So Polaris is the one that has the almost minty ice.
Yeah.
Ice candy. Yeah, those are all you would never confuse those for the other hopping, right?
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying Styrian Goldings is just a classic. You put it in there, and
Mhm.
you like it, right? These are all a little bit kinkier.
Right.
Here, now hang on one sec. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I drank too much of the
Wow, I didn't think Polaris was gonna come get this many votes. I mean, I'm not arguing it. It's a great hop. So, um, I don't think we lose in any of these. The El Dorado is going to give us a really great fruity flavor. Obviously, lemon drop is going to be fantastic with the honey and wheat because it's just a beautiful lemony characteristic. Yeah, Beckenbauer, we can now, our microbrew actually has Polaris in it for sale. So we can get it. Which is fun. And if you're local, they've got in a lot of new hops that we haven't really seen before. So again, this is a cool reason to go and check out a local store because they sometimes they'll just have some really cool stuff that you don't normally find. What's interesting about this one is I think we use one hop in this. I don't know if we want to throw in a ton of hops. Yeah, Knights Slayer, isn't that? It was a really, really good name, especially for the monster and just Granite in general. The chat always comes up with fantastic names.
They do. Night Slayer. Thanks so much. So glad to have you. And yeah, the names on this channel are second to none. Okay. I can say that we did not make them. So they want the ice. They want the cool minty ice alongside that malt bill.
Jesus, what was the IBU on that thing?
The IBU, they were down to clown on the IBU. It's 28. This is going to be amazing. Like really good. But yeah, I always say that, and it always is. I mean, that's the truth. Yeah. It's good every time.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so now we need to get some yeast in here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Vermont ale? Interesting.
All right, we have a premium hop. Is it yeast o'clock?
It is, absolutely is. So, to be honest, I really think American Ale 2. This is neat.
Yeah.
Clean, tart, more fruity than the regular American Ale. Actually, but let's put American Ale in there as well. It's smooth, clean, and balanced.
Oh, as opposed to tart.
Yeah, I kind of want to have this fight. I think that's a really fun fight to have between those two and this beer.
Yeah, I think I know. Out of those two, thematically, I know where I would go.
Right.
Is there a third one you want to drop in?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me let's scroll button. Scroll.
NECA Fox, thanks so much for rolling through.
Oh, yeah, a Kolsch yeast.
Oh.
Because it's very malty, but still clean and crisp. I think a Kolsch yeast would be really cool for this one.
Oh, well, yeah. We know exactly what it would do, especially against the honey wheat and honey malt.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that all you want? Literally, is to lick the air like a lizard?
I want to requisition an autocopy.
Oh, that's fine.
Solid strategy.
Was requisition the correct word?
Requisition. You are my child. Of course, it's the correct word.
But sometimes it isn't.
It's rare. No, don't support this, Agavesi. Don't make them think this is a cool, good thing to do. All right. So what are we looking at here? Oh, they're looking for the clean again. It has to do with the subtlety,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
lean in.
the
That's the
clean
lean
and
in.
balance is great. I think the Kolsch is really cool too. We don't lose with any of these choices, but
But G cubed, that's not one of ours. We don't have that one in here.
it's not going to happen.
Come now.
Not in this chat.
Not in any place in my domain.
Mm.
I guess I don't have a good reason, Anonymous Prime, other than the fact that it looks weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right.
Jesus, I read that
Air
really
lick,
quick,
yeah.
and it said, I thought it said void breakdown. I'm like, wow, that's fucking epic, Twitch.
Damn. All right, now we got this ultra yeast getting dialed in. We know what it's going to be. We can see. It's the American Ale yeast.
Wow, yeah, that one really took it.
It's clean. It's balanced against this bed of grains and this minty, cool hop. We have made a summer beer par excellence.
I am excited for this one.
Par excellence.
Yeah.
Now, we need your best names so that we can resolve this quandary before my friend Mike takes over the stream.
Ooh, okay. Airlick, yeah. Ill Wind Brewing, an Air of Malice, the Howling Wind. Sure.
Yeah, Ill Wind.
Air Nomad. It's very Avatar.
Yeah,
I've been drinking.
Dorks.
Against the Wind. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Air of Malice.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Going with the wind.
Yeah, Tempest in a Tankard. I can see that being an amazing label.
Reap the Whirlwind. Or the Whirlwind, yeah. I think with Cold Comfort we've used before.
We have. Cold Comfort is a real beer. It's what the ghosts of the miners drink in Red Lodge.
Yeah. That was fun.
Ooh, Gusto. Ah!
Nice.
Man, that's an S.A. Wells name for sure.
Yeah. Frozen Howl. Yeah. Summer Gale. Summer Gale.
Ada Zephyr is very clever.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, they don't give me very many choices for a poll in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Oh, it's not like the normal one where we can do
I can't do my Bonkersville one. Yeah.
An Ale Wind Blows. Nice.
I've already got Ill Wind.
Yeah, that's good.
Zephyr is killer.
Yeah,
I have
Zephyr's
Ada
fun.
Zephyr. Mwah.
Oh, that's great.
So good.
From Ada Zephyr.
I think I got my 5. I'm gonna ship them, I think.
Aaron, yeah.
Take a look at these mes amis.
They're all real good. Oh, I like it. Jesus.
Ale to Zephyr U-boat. That's actually quite good, but you put it in after I put up the poll. Now, for Ada Zephyr, let us suggest that since its creator, Agavesi, has already given primacy to Ale to Zephyr, that's more or less what that vote is for. Yeah, great field, I say, for sure. These are all premium products.
There was a firefight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the battle has returned.
Yeah.
Top shelf is a great word, a great term for this, and it weaves through the different themes. It's excellent.
Par excellence. Whew. Man, Ada Zephyr just took the lead.
It came back. It's really good. Yes, occasionally you see the other spelling Beckenbauer, but when I was a kid, it was much more common. Draft.
You mean
Yeah.
drought or
Damn
draft?
it. Draft is, goddamn. There's some really premium draft
Oh,
beer.
yeah. We didn't even think about that one.
That's really crafty, actually.
Jesus.
Drafty.
Man.
We're doing our best. Ryan Rogan, I mean, I think the main part of the heat is broken now.
Yeah.
First draft. You dorks.
God damn it.
You dorks.
Yeah, there's a lot of draft. God, that
First draft.
We missed that.
No, Ale to Zephyr is pretty strong. Worst draft. Now, yes, it's all true. Next up is Gunpla with my friend Mike Krahulik. He's going to be wrapping up I think it's a master grade Sinanju he was putting together. God, or was it perfect? I don't know. You'll see when he's there. He's working out the shield, but it's the main body is and the back, all the thruster package. It's all completely done. We're just moving into the last bit here of that, and then he's going to move on to the next Gundam. I know he has a ready supply.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to see it. I think Nickman, you might be correct. But yeah, so we will jump out here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We will let my good friend Mike in to entertain you with his document camera focused very, very tightly on his hands. It's going to be a good time. Immaculate.
Is that against TOS?
No. There's nothing against TOS. It's just that occasionally they have to create a new category.
Sure.
Everything is permitted.
Gotcha.
All right. Precious chat. Thanks so much. Thanks to Eric. Thanks to Josh. We'll see you again next week. Next up, Big Robots, Writ Small. Come and get it. We'll see you.